Yes, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly.
We have done what?
Foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
Right as Leviticus 13, because you know what they teach? They teach blind is beautiful.
Everybody's sister gonna have blind hair in the clubs tonight.
But trip off with the law of God saying this Leviticus 13 about those with the yellow thin hair. What it say, Hebrew? Leviticus 13, verse 30.
I'm just going to verse 29 so we can get an understanding.
Let's get it.
If a man or a woman have a plague upon the head or the bird.
So we talking about a plague, right?
It's a plague
upon the head
or the bird.
Or the bird. Come on.
Then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in the sight deeper than the skin.
If it's deep down into the skin, right? This is so it's deeper than the surface. This is something that's embedded down in the skin. Come on.
And there be in it a yellow thin hair.
What?
Yellow thin hair.
Yellow thin hair. And who knows it's called it a plague. What is that? That's a blind hair. That's blind hair. Yellow thin hair. Come on. The Bible calls it a plague. Come on.
Then the priest shall pronounce him unclean.
The priest gonna pronounce him what?
Unclean.
Unclean.
It is a dry scale, even a leprosy, upon the head or beard.
So having blind hair is a form of leprosy. We read Numbers 12 that that's a sin. Trip off that. So black man, woman, and child, so-called black man, woman, and child, it's a blessing to look the way you look. You feel me? Trip off how the people, like you remember the test they did when they put out in front of the babies, a black doll and a white doll.
Oh yeah, you go on YouTube and find that.
When they ask which one is good and which one is bad, all our babies at a young age, 4, 5, they're picking the white baby and saying, okay, this is good.
Rejecting themselves.
And this is bad. Why is that? And the Bible clearly it tells you what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to have woolly hair, dark skin, thick lips. Know that. We don't even know these scriptures say in the Bible. All right, let's get to it. So who is Israel? Just off what we showed so far, Israel is a dark-skinned nation. Miriam became leprous when she spoke out against Moses. You feel me? Then we get down to other forms of leprosy that got to do with blind hair. And the Lord called it a plague, a form of leprosy. So it lets you know that the children of Israel are what color?
Black.
Come on, let's get it. Acts 21 and 38, brothers. Acts 21, 38. Somebody grab Luke 21 and 24. It's all in the scriptures. We need to learn to repent and come back to our God ASAP. Start keeping these commandments. That's our hedge. Remember in the book of Job, the Satan told the Most High, you got a hedge around him. He's protected. Why? Because he was the man that feared the Most High and kept the commandments. See that? That's our protection. We need that. All right, you got that? Acts 21?
Yeah.
Verse 38 on down. What it say, Israel?
Acts chapter 21, verse 38. Art not thou that Egyptian?
This is them speaking to Paul. Jump back up to 37. This is Paul being mistaken for an Egyptian. Paul was a Jew. Hold on, now what is a Jew being mistaken for an Egyptian for? What color?
In that time, they was definitely a dark.
Yeah, what color are the Egyptians? Dark people.
They come from the sons of Ham. Ham is the progenitor of the dark race.
Right, but not what?
They're not the Negro.
We'll go back to 37. 36, I mean. For the multitude of the people followed after, crying, away with him. And as Paul was led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? Who said, canst thou speak Greek?
So he was surprised that Paul could speak Greek. He's a brother, but he speaks Greek. See what I'm saying? Come on, Hebrew.
Art not thou that Egyptian?
See, they mistaken him, so he's the guard is surprised. What you doing speaking Greek? I thought you was an Egyptian. What Paul say?
Which before these days made us an uproar and led us out into the wilderness, 4,000 men that were murdered.
Right, come on.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got lost with the fire. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew.
I'm a man that's a Jew.
Of Tarsus, a city in Sicilia, a citizen of no mean city.
You see that? So
and I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people.
Now trip off that. Paul he speaks Greek. The guard surprised. He says, ain't you an Egyptian? Paul responds and said, I'm a Jew. So The question is, how is a Jew being mistaken for an Egyptian? You can't even do that today, and that ain't even the real Egyptians that's over there right now. You feel me?
Israelis, they citizens of Israel.
Exactly. Then you got the Israelis, but you can't even mistake them for the Egyptians that's over there now. So how are they the Jews? How is that? What are we doing here? Christ, Herod tried to kill Christ when he born. His parents take him to Egypt. Feel me?
He was blue-eyed and blind. He would easily be picked out. What? There you go right there.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. What he doing going to hide amongst dark-skinned nation? But it's 2012 and the Negro still believes the Jews are white.
Same thing with Joseph.
Same thing, bro. When his brothers came, exactly, great.
Right.
When his brothers came to see him, they didn't recognize him. They thought he was an Egyptian. Looked just like him.
Right, exactly.
Storm your head.
Let's get this Luke 21, Luke 21, verse 24.
Get in where you fit in. Luke 21 and 24.
I got that right here.
Got that? Let's get it.
Luke 21, 24.
What it say, Israel?
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
They shall fall by the edge of the sword. Speaking of captivity. Come on, Hebrew.
And shall be led away captive into all
They
nations.
shall be led away as a slave into all nations. This is Christ talking about the Israelites. The Jews. Come on.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
So until their time is over, Jerusalem will be inhabited by Gentiles. You feel me? Strangers or imposters. But the true child of Zion was led away captive into all nations. And that's why you can look at spots like Greece, Spain, and its Negroes. I just was watching the Olympics the other day, the bros that was hooping. Boy, was a bro on Spain squad had a fro that big running up and down the court. You feel me? Olympics 4 years ago, was a brother on the Greek squad. Bigger than Gedaliah out there. Posting jokers up. I said, boy, Israel is scattered. The Lord said I was going to scatter y'all in the corners. You see that?
And then what's crazy about the Olympics, right? You have to go play for the nation that you come from.
Right.
Why do you still see so-called Negroes playing for America? You wasn't brought here by your own fruition.
Exactly.
You were taken.
Right.
And it said you'd be led away by your enemies.
Yep.
But y'all act like they friends.
Right.
Now, they tell you it don't matter and don't worry about it, but you know what? They ain't said it with Pearl Harbor, did they?
Or with the Trade Center.
You see what I'm saying?
And them heathens didn't
They attack them, they go attack them back, but they teach you to be subtle, laid back, and don't trip off of it.
Love your country.
But they don't tell the Jews, don't worry about the Holocaust, but understand you was there 50 years before they were.
Exactly. So what I'm saying, so what spirit is that want you to forget?
See?
What does the Bible say? Let's grab Isaiah 49. Isaiah 49. About those that's trying to forget. And then Deuteronomy, you might grab Deuteronomy 32 and 7. They want us to forget. Want you to forget. But the Lord tell you, seek out your forefathers. Never to forget. 32 and 7. Isaiah 49 and 15. 14 and 15. This is about those that want to forget that when they tell us, oh, just forget about it. Forget about slavery, it doesn't matter. But what my brother Nehemiah just said, y'all did not forget Pearl Harbor. Y'all, as a matter of fact, y'all wouldn't drop the A-bomb.
Man.
On knock your socks off and Hiroshima. 600,000 folks was killed because of that. You see what I'm saying?
Thing.
So let's be real. Then, even though Osama bin Laden been dead, y'all can Google that. Benazir Bhutto was assassinated in 07. She was the prime minister of Pakistan. And she in 07 was talking about Osama bin Laden been dead. They assassinated her and her whole family. And where they claim they just found Osama bin Laden?
Hide away in the crib.
Pakistan. Same spot the prime minister of Pakistan said, look, Osama bin Laden been dead. That was back in 07.
It's just justification to go over there and take that land, man.
Hey. No, you ain't never seen no new pictures of it. Then what they do, they say we gave him a traditional Muslim burial
Out to sea.
out in the sea. They threw his body in the ocean.
Right, that's
Stop,
crazy.
man, stop.
That's what a murder do.
But even that, notice they still didn't forget what happened. You feel me? Even though it's all, he's CIA operative and all that, and he been dead, they didn't forget. Obama got on TV, Osama bin Laden dead, it was popping collars.
They commemorate the World Trade Center every year. They don't want to forget. But the first thing they tell you is,
They say, let us not forget.
Yeah.
Don't worry
So
about
what did the Bible tell us though? The Lord told us never to forget.